Okay, so this is yet another MacBook that says no power on the ticket, and yet it has a flashing question mark folder. So this was apparently liquid damage, so we're going to go over intermittent air no power. So first things first, I'm going to pull the board out to see what's on the other side. As always, Wi-Fi cable out, stupid rubber thing out. Why do I have to come back from a couple days off and have nothing but intermittent issues? I swear, this always happens. The other side will probably tell the tale of what's wrong with this board, though. This board is like perfectly clean. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can see anything under the scope. This always happens. Where's my stream? Okay. So let's have a look under the microscope. Isn't that funny? Like the first thing that I look at on this board, like literally I move the microscope right here and what do I see? Yeah, you look like you had a bad day, didn't you? That looks like it really had a bad day. But what does that do for one? And let's keep looking. Because that chip definitely had a bad day. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, I don't see anything else of concern. Hi, Piranov. How's it going? Nothing near our CPU MOSFETs. Nothing over here. Now, what it says on the tickets, on the ticket, a little bit of discoloration on that MOSFET, but that's nothing to be really concerned about. So what it said on the ticket was high fan, spilled water on it, high fan speed, and then shut off. Now, I don't see any liquid on this board whatsoever. However, what I do see is this chip that blew its brains out. So you see that's sort of what that happened. I mean, what did I just say? My brain does not want to work today. So you see how all these solder balls shot out of this? This chip got very hot. It blew its guts out, and now who knows? It might have shorted in a way that still will let it work. That cap right there doesn't look too good. See that little line in the center? I don't know if you guys can see that, but I know I can. There's a little line through the center, which is not good. But let's measure that real quick. In addition, this chip. Okay, so see those joints are broken too, right there, or at least cracked. So this does not seem to me like water damage. This seems more like drop damage. But I know that chip. This doesn't even look replaced. I don't think anyone replaced that. It just looks like it just blew its brains out. So let's check that cap and see if there's a short there. An Intel Atom desktop. They made Atom desktops. I mean, that quad core one that's on 22 nanometer. What is it? Bay Trail. Those aren't half bad. Those are actually pretty decent. So there's no short there. No short there. So I wonder if this blew out in a way that it kind of worked. So I wonder if this blew in a way that still allowed it to work. So let's see what that does. Let's open the, is that why you tip the board up to find bad solder joints? Yes and no. I mean, it's kind of easier to see sometimes when you can see the whole joint there. So this is an 820-00165. So 00165. Now what are you? So let's go. This is near the edge of the board. All the way over here. U1845, which, okay, now this makes sense. If you remember, if you remember our video the other day when we had that one board that had high fan speed but no post, okay? Now, anything that screws with Alsys Power Good or any of the kind of like CPU logic, that can cause it to not send CPU vCore, and if that's the case, if Alsys Power Good isn't, I don't know exactly why this is, but I know that if Alsys Power Good is not at 3.3 volts, or if it's lower, the fan will spin at max speed and you won't get vCore, or so something around the lines of that. So our chip that blew its brains out is going to be U1845. So I'm going to show you right here in the schematic. So U1845 display capture is going to be this chip right here for CPU JTAG isolation. Now this is kind of important because if this blows its brains out, or if it's intermittently shorting, which we can tell it is, this is not going to work right. So in addition, what caused this to blow? This is not just going to blow by itself. It's going to take something to explode this. It's not going to just, usually there's going to be a short upstream. So in addition to replacing this chip, I'm also going to replace all of these FETs. Now, there's two of them. It says that there is, so Q1840, Q1840, Q1842, and Q1842. This is kind of strange, so I'm guessing there's two transistors in one package, or they screwed up on the schematic. Let me check on a 3437 schematic, just to make sure, just in case they screwed up a little bit. So that's U1845. Before 37. And it's the same. So, okay, so there's just two transistors in those packages. So I'm going to replace Q1840, Q1842, and U1845, and as well as that capacitor next to it and everything right there, because that is no good. But it's kind of really strange how this is working. I don't know how it's working, but maybe it just failed in some strange way that allowed it to work. Allowed it to work right. I'm guessing this is the same one, so we'll get some flux there. Let's see. Let me make sure. Yep, that's the right one. I don't want the big nozzle on the hot air. I want the no. I want the medium nozzle. I don't feel like the giant nozzle today. Let's click on the fume extractor. I use my keyboard to hit the switch on the fume extractor because, yeah. Give me 1 second here. I gotta check something. I have to look at radar real quick for someone. I just spilled the screws everywhere. Go back in here. Martin Law is here. Give me 1 second and I will be right back at this. So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Display capture. So I was looking at this right here. So I was looking this up for someone. But you see this right here? Right in there, that's a little bit of rotation. That's why there's a tornado warning for that area. But that doesn't look too intense of anything. Okay, I'm back. No, this isn't a 2012 board. This is a 2015 board. Uh, 1 second here. And there's someone that's not listening to me that's sitting outside in the path of what looks to be a tornado on radar. So I'm gonna circle the image with the rotation and send it to them and tell them to go get inside. I was asking you if you need 5 VSO and 3v3SO for the SMC to power up. No, I mean you can have both of those missing and the SMC will still be running. The SMC runs F3v4 too. I'm missing both. Should I have still 12? Yeah, of course. That really has nothing to do with. Yeah, that you don't. You'll get 12.56 without the SO rails there. Has nothing to do with it. Do you even have S3? Because it doesn't even sound like you have S3, honestly. Does not even sound like you have S3. No, I don't have. Well, then if you don't have S3, you're not going to get SO. A little bit less airflow. Because with the smaller nozzle, it's just too much pressure. And it blows it away. Do you even have S4? Because you're probably missing PM Sleep S4L. I'm missing PP5VS. Well, if you have 12.6 volts, your SMC is going to turn on. Yeah, your SMC is on if you have 12.6 volts. So you don't even have S5, then you're not going to get S4, S3, SO. You're looking in the wrong area. You have 12.3. Okay, then do you have... Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense because you're not... You probably have a SMC reset issue. If you have PP3V42 present, SMC reset L at 3.3 volts, then you should be... Your SMC is running. So your SMC should be running. So you probably have an issue with SMC reset or something like that. Or you have junk under the SMC. Something like that. No. You're probably missing SMC PM G2. Reboot your modem. Why? There's nothing wrong with the stream, Arnold. It's just me not talking for a minute. The stream is fine. It's showing 0 drop frames. Yeah, we're good. There's no reason to reboot the modem. So this area looks good. We placed everything here. Let's try and turn it on again. Lewis is doing Lewis things again. What is Lewis doing? I like Lewis's new banner thing. Okay, so let's see and confirm this still works. Come on, fan. Spin. And you spin. So, this is fixed. I'm pretty sure that was causing the issue, that little chip that burned up. This is going to get ultrasonic, reassembled, tested, and sent back. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.